So let's begin this class today. And I don't know how many of you have taken an online yoga class before. Has everyone tried that, or is this new? It's new for most people. I see a lot of nodding heads, so it's new for me.
Not
or
live.
Nodding feet. I can't see some heads, yeah. Okay, so I think it's something that you can, of course, see each other, but we'll mostly do things that movements that you probably have done before. So if you need a visual cue, you can always look at your screen, and somebody will probably be doing what I'm teaching. So otherwise, I think the main thing is to be able to hear clearly, because I think you should get a sense of what to do from just the verbal instruction. Okay, so let's begin in a comfortable seated posture. You can sit cross-legged, as I can see most of you are, and place your hands next to your hips on the floor. Flex your feet a little bit and allow your knees to descend towards the floor as you flex your feet. Relax your hips where the femur bones insert into the hip socket. Relax there. And grounding the lower part of your body into the floor. Use your hands on the floor to help you lift your sternum up, the chest up, and take your shoulders back. Bring your elbows towards each other and drop your shoulder blades down your back. Stay here with the lower part of your body descending towards the floor and the upper part extending up. Just stay here in this physical posture and with the actions that you just applied. 3, 4, and 5. Bring your hands to your thighs, please, palms facing up. And once again, lift your sternum up. Take your shoulders back and down. And close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, bring your awareness to your throat and suggest for your throat to relax. Your awareness to the skin on your face, your forehead and your cheeks, and release any holding in the skin on your face. And your awareness to your eyes, and suggest for your eyes to rest. And then come to your breath. Just observe your breath first as you breathe naturally. Observe the quantity of your breath. And also the quality. Is your breath relaxed and soft? Or is there any kind of strain or tension on the breath? And to regulate your breath, take a deeper inhalation and an equal exhalation. Repeat and continue. 1, inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. And release. Relax your breath. Breathe normally again. Interlock your fingers in front. This way. With your elbows bent, take your shoulders back. Drop your shoulder blades down your back. And straighten your arms. Take your hands above your head. Lengthen your arms above your head. And use the action of your arms. First, relax your shoulders first. Take them down your back. Do an outer rotation of your upper arms to help you with that. And then lengthen your arms by straightening the elbows and pushing your palms up, the index finger side of your palm especially. Stay there. 3, 4, and 5. Bring your hands in front. Look to see which index finger is lower, and then switch the interlock. Bring the other index finger lower. Again, take your shoulders back and down. Straighten your arms, and take your hands above your head. And once again, do an outer rotation of the upper arms to bring the triceps in this way. And that will widen your collarbones. And then straighten the arms again, just as much as is available. And release, please. Okay, and then make your way to your hands and knees on the mat. Let's see. I'm not sure if you can still hear me, but can you hear me clearly? Fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So just come to your hands and knees like this. On tabletop, with your feet flat on the floor. And let's do a few cat cows. On the inhale, take your chest forward, lift your sit bones up. On the exhale, round your spine and release your head. Do that a few times on your own, please. And then come to a neutral position. And take your right hand, forward this way. And bending your left elbow, take your head to the floor like this. Take your, lift your right elbow off the floor. You can keep your head down. You don't need to look. Lift the right elbow off the floor and press with the hand to take your hips back slightly. Reach out with the right hand and move your hips back against that. Lengthen the right side of the torso. And come back to center, please. And make your way to the other side. Take your left hand forward as much as you can. And bending your right elbow, take your head to the floor. Reach out with the left hand and reach back with your hips slightly against that. So place your palm on the floor. Fingers on the floor, yeah. And try to spread your palm on the floor. Push down with that. Carrot, your dog is helping you, huh? That's good. Okay. And come back to center.
Somebody else do?
Come back to center, and you're going to thread your right arm under the left shoulder like this. And place your head on the floor like this. Okay, so take your right arm, yeah. Turn the other way, it doesn't matter which side the camera is. Turn to your left. Turn your head to your left.
How did you access it?
It's Zoom.
We could do it on my computer.
And if somebody's, we can hear you, so if you're talking, just maybe mute your mic, yeah? That's okay. And then with your left hand on the floor, press the tops of your feet. You don't have to look, just listen. Stay in the posture, please. Stay in the posture. Thread your right arm under. And press both your feet on the floor. Use your left hand to move the left shoulder away from the floor and relax the area that's being opened here. And come back to center. Make your way to the other side. Thread the left shoulder, the left arm under the right knee. Place the left side of the head on the floor, the left shoulder on the floor. So Chloe, you have try to put your left shoulder on the floor. You see how Anne is doing it like that. Yeah. Okay. Press the tops of your feet on the floor. Use your right hand to help you take the right shoulder away from the floor. Chloe, look how Anne is doing it here. See how she's doing it? Do it like that. Yes, that's it. And relax the area that is tight. And inhale, come back to center, please. Okay, and make your way to child's pose from there. And with your hands in front in child's pose, press down with your hands and move your hips towards your heels. And once you have that action, then take your hands back. So the hands rest on the floor next on either side of the hip with the palms facing up.
Can you repeat? What?
Joe, look how Anne is doing it here. Or yeah, let me just show it to you. Yeah, like this. Okay. Okay. And in child's pose, begin by relaxing the 12 major joints in your body. Now, if child's pose is sometimes for some people, if the knees are sensitive, child's pose can be challenging, in which case just lie down on your back, please. Otherwise, just stay in child's pose. You don't need to look at the camera. Stay in child's pose. Take your hands back. You don't need to look at the camera. And relax your ankles. Suggest for your ankles to relax. Relax your knees and allow your shin bones to rest, release towards the floor. Relax your hips and allow the back of your legs to release down. Relax your wrist on the floor. Let's see. Katya, take your hands back, please. Take your hands back. Yes. And then release your elbows to the floor as well. Relax your shoulders. Release the torso, your chest, in the space between your knees towards the floor if you're in child's pose. And once again, relax your throat, face, and eyes. Okay. And now take your hands forward. Come up to tabletop on your hands and knees like you did earlier and move to downward dog. Go into downward dog. Okay. And using this first downward dog to just move and open the body. So bend both your knees slightly. Lift your hips back and up. Look forward and lengthen the spine. Inhale there. Exhale, straighten your legs and release your head. Inhale, bend your knees, hips back and up. Look forward. Exhale, straighten your legs and release your head. So you're still in downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten your legs, release your head. Continue 2 more times on your own. Okay, and then straighten your legs, stay in downward dog. just for a couple of breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Step your legs forward, please. Come to standing. You're coming to standing, so step your legs forward and come up to standing. Okay. Let's see. Anne, can you adjust your camera? Can you take it back slightly? Is that possible or not? Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, can you move the camera back at all? Away from you slightly? Yes. Yes, if you can, that would be better. Okay. Okay, so stand at the top of your mat and bring your feet either hip distance apart or in classical position with your feet together. And activate your thighs to lift your kneecaps up. Lift your chest up in standing. Take your hands to the side slightly. Lift your sternum up. And then relax your shoulder blades down your back like you did when you were seated. Relax your tailbone to a neutral position. And just stay there for a few breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, release your hands, relax, bring your feet together and come to the top of your mat, please. Step to the top of your mat. You're going to do a sun salutation. Inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale and fold hands to the floor or your shins. Inhale, look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right leg back, right knee down, and hands on the floor like this. Okay. Inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale and go to plank position like this. You can also modify in plank if you need. Place your knees down if you're modifying. Otherwise, stay here. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted like this. And inhale into cobra like this. Exhale, downward dog. And inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and take your hands above your head. And then take your hands to the floor. And step your left leg forward, extend your spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Okay. Is that okay? Did everyone kind of get it? You may have to try it a couple of times, but okay. Just see how much ever you can get of that. Okay. Let's try another one. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor or your shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Good. Inhale, hands above your head. Very good. Exhale, go to plank position. Hands on the floor, left leg back in plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Yeah. Inhale, lift your chest in cobra. Exhale, go to downward dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor. Relax and sink your hips. Inhale, step the left leg forward, extend your spine. Yeah. Exhale, relax and fold. release your head, release your chest. Chloe, release your head, release your chest. Inhale, come up. Hands above your head. Exhale and release your hands. Okay. One more. Inhale, hands above your head again. Exhale and fold hands to the floor or your shins. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down, hands on the floor. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, go to plank position. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, hips lifted. Inhale into cobra, lifting your chest. Exhale, go to downward dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward, left knee down, and hands above your head. Exhale, hands to the floor. Relax and sink your hips. Inhale, step the left leg forward, extend your spine, coming to half standing. Exhale, relax and fold. Release your chest, release your head. Inhale, hands above your head, come up. Exhale and release your hands. Good. I think most of you, not most, everyone got that, so that's good. Okay, let's see. We're going to work on tree pose next. So this is what tree looks like. Let me just show it to you. Most of you know it. So, okay, so let's see. I just want to check something. Carrot, just lift your left leg. Lift your right leg up. So that's the same side. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. We're working on tree. So you can come to standing. Please come to standing. And let me see, who is this? Katya, can you turn your camera up slightly, please?
Let me see.
If it's possible. Otherwise, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
Just
That's
because
good.
I'm using my iPad and it's like a little clunky.
It's fine. No worries. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, good. So just stand in mountain pose first with your feet together and activate your legs. Lift your chest up. Then we're doing a balancing posture. So if you need the wall, you can stand next to the wall or any support that you need. Yeah. Let's start with lifting the right leg, right knee up, and interlock your fingers around the right knee like this. And straighten the left leg, lift your chest up, take your shoulders back, and begin to pull the right knee up. And this will help to open the low back. And just stay here. 1, 2, the left leg, of course, needs to be firm. 3, relax the right ankle. 4, and 5. Release, please. And let's go to the other side. Lift your left leg up, interlock your fingers around. And first, energize the right leg first. Activate it. Lift your chest up. Relax the left hip. Let it drop a little bit. And then on the inhale, lift the left knee up as much as you can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Balance is a little more challenging during these times, but when we practice balance in yoga, it will help us with dealing with everything that's going on around us. Okay, so the next continuation of this posture is you're going to lift the right leg up. Just watch first. You're going to hold the ankle like this, and then place the foot high up like this in tree pose. Okay, so let me take you through that. Lift the right knee up like you did earlier. Now hold the ankle and place the right foot high up your left thigh. Continue to hold there. Place your left hand on your hip and relax your right foot into the left leg. Now activate the left thigh and push the left hip to the right a little bit. And that will help to stabilize the posture. Now take the left shoulder back, relax the right shoulder back. And if you have the balance, if you're steady here, then take your hands out to the side and lift your hands above your head. Straight arms above your head and stay there. 1, 2, or you can stay in the previous posture with your hands on your hips. 3, in the previous stage. 4, and 5. Release, please. And let's go to the other side. Come back to standing. Lift your chest up and then lift your left knee up. Hold the ankle and place the foot against the right thigh. Continue to hold there. So you can work in this stage of the posture, the first stage. And this will, once you have the balance, then you continue. Okay, so activate the right thigh, push the right inner thigh into the left foot, and relax the left foot and the left hip against that. Then, if you're stable, lift your chest up, take the left knee back slightly, and then maybe you take your hands above your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, please. Let it go, and come back to standing. Okay. Okay, next posture. You can actually at this point, maybe turn your mat horizontal. So, so you can watch the camera when you do the standing postures. So that would mean, I think, and it's fine. Carrot, you have to turn your mat horizontal. Chloe too. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, and you're going to, actually you can see everyone, so let's do it together. You can inhale and step or jump your legs apart and hands apart. You can see my hands a little bit, okay. And then turn your right foot out this way. Yeah. Yeah, that's why, Joe, I asked you to turn the mat horizontal. That way you see the camera. Otherwise, you'll have to turn. Okay. And then wrap your left arm behind you and try to hold the right thigh like that. Yeah. And then release the right hand to your right knee like this. Chloe, the other direction. Turn your right foot out. Yes, like that. Okay. And now energize the left leg a little bit and bend your right knee, go down like this. 1, inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. 2, we're opening the hip joint. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. 3, relax the right knee and hip. Inhale up. Exhale, down. 4, inhale up. Exhale, down. 5. Stay down with your hips. Activate the left leg and lift your left hand up only. And turn a little bit to your left. Look at the left middle finger. Then lift the right hand up and then look at the right middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release your hands. Turn the direction of your feet. So the right foot comes in, left foot points out. Okay. And take your hands out to the side. Wrap your right arm behind you. Try to hold the left thigh or the hip and release the left hand to your left leg. Energize the right leg. Lift the right shoulder up. Relax, exhale, and bend the left knee, go down. 1, inhale, come up. exhale, go down. 2, inhale up, exhale down. 3, inhale up, exhale down. 4, inhale up, exhale down. 5, stay down with your hips. Take the right hand up, try to reach for the wall on the right side. So carrots, try to reach more with your right hand. Take your torso to the right more. Okay. And then lift the left hand up. And look at your right middle finger first. And then look at the left middle finger. And stay here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your legs together. Release your hands. So if you're using bricks or blocks for your standing postures, then please grab them, because we're going to do just a couple standing postures and place them at the back edge of your mat. So place it behind, at the back edge, not in front. Yes, like that. Correct. Okay. Okay, so the next posture, this is what it looks like. I'll just show it to you first. I'm just going to separate your legs and arms apart. We're going through what we just did. We're going to go down like we did, and then place your hand down, right hand down, left hand above your ear, like this, okay? Now, you can also do it just like this. Yeah, this is also fine, okay? Okay. So come to standing at the center of your mat. And take your legs apart, hands apart. Point your right foot out, left foot in. So, and take your left foot in slightly more. Yes, correct. Charge the left side. Now go into warrior 2, relaxing the right knee. And now either place the hand on the thigh like this, or go all the way down like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up, please. Nice, Chloe. Exhale, turn the left foot out. Right foot in. Take your hands in line with your shoulders. Charge the wait, have you turned? Yeah, we have. Okay, yes. Okay, charge the right side, and then bend the left knee, go down, and then you can either bring your hand to the floor or bring your hand to your thigh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chloe, lift your head up slightly. Yes, correct. 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your legs together and release your hands. Just relax there for a moment. Next posture, we're going to triangle, which I think most of you should know, but I'll just show it to you anyway. Step out a little bit. It's the same thing, but this time the front leg is straight. So you extend and bring your hand either to the shin like this. If you're more open, you can go down, okay? So let's try that. Bring your legs apart first, step your legs apart, take your hands apart. Point the right foot out, take the left foot in slightly. And inhale, extend, relax your hips as you extend from the right hand. And then place the right hand either on the shin, just like that. Or if you're more open in your hip joint, you can go lower. To your ankle, toe, or the floor. 1, 2, relax the right hip back. 3, Chloe, take your left hand up. You're not looking down, you have to look towards the camera. Yes, left hand up. 3, left hand up. Yeah. 4, yes, correct. And look towards the camera. Yes. 5. Inhale, come up, please. Exhale, change the direction of your feet. So take the right foot in, left foot out. Take your hands in line with your shoulders. Relax your hips. Let the hips relax as you go into it. Don't keep your hips tight. Extend from your left hand. Exhale and place the hand on the shin or on the floor, and take the right hand straight up. Chest will face towards the camera. 2. Relax the left hip back. 3. 4. If your left hip is tight, use your left hand here and move that hip back like this. Yeah. Yes. And come up, please. Come up. And bring your legs together. Release your hands and stay there. Okay. Next posture. I'll just show it to you. From standing, you're going to lift your right leg and place the right ankle just above the left knee like this, okay? And then you're going to sit down like this. And then if you have the balance, then you're going to take your left hand on top like this and Garudasana arm, eagle arm, okay? If you're in it already, fine, stay there. Otherwise, if you haven't gone in yet, lift your right leg up. Place the right ankle just above the left knee, like this. And then with both your hands on your legs, sit down a little bit, okay? You can use the support and just stay there. So Joe, just stay in that posture. Now, if you have the balance, then take your hands straight up, lift your chest up, and then take your left arm on top. 1, 2, relax the left knee. Take any support you need. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up, please. Exhale and release. Okay. That was the right side. Now let's work on the left side. So lift the left leg up and place the left ankle just above the right knee. With your hands on your legs, sit down a bit, lift the chest up. And you can stay here and just work here. You don't have to go any further, just work on the balance. If you have the balance, take your hands up and then right arm on top. 1, relax the right knee. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come up, exhale, and release. Okay. Next posture. You're going to, I'll just show it to you. You're going to step apart slightly. Step your feet apart like this, and then you're going to rotate, revolve to one side, and then you're going to go down like this. You can use your bricks or just place your hand on the shin like this. Lift your sternum, stay here. If you're more open, you can fold more, okay? Let's try that. Okay, we'll just tell.
Tara, put yourself on mute.
Okay.
I just muted her.
Okay. Okay, so let's try it. So come to standing first, please. And step your legs apart. Hands on your hips. Revolve your entire body to the right. So the right foot points out. The hips move, rotate to the right. Torso rotates to the right. Yeah, like that. Now activate the back leg. Lift your chest up and come halfway. Halfway, you can place your hands either on your shin or the floor. Or if you have props, you can stay there. Yeah, and lift your sternum forward. Try to keep don't try to go down so much. Instead, go up but try to straighten the right leg. Yeah, go up and straighten the right leg. Activate the left leg and lengthen from the right sternum forward. So Chloe, come up a little bit. Come up, yes. Put your hands on your shin, yes. Both hands, yeah. And lengthen your spine forward. If you're more open in the hip joint, then you can keep the right leg straight and go lower with your spine. Yeah. But without rounding the spine has to keep lengthening forward. Yes, that's it. Okay, and then come up, please. Come all the way up and change direction. So revolve to the other side. Bring your right toes in. Left toes point straight forward, and use your hands to rotate your hips. Square your hips like this. And then activate the back leg, straighten it, lift your chest up, exhale. Use your left hand on your left hip to take that hip back as you come to the half position. Hands can be on the shins or on the floor. And then bring your left hip to your right slightly. Activate the right leg, lift your chest forward, and you can stay there. Or if you're more open, you can fold a little bit more. Most of you will stay in the half position, lengthening the spine forward. Yes, and activate the back leg. Yes. And come all the way up, please. And come to the center of your mat again. Okay. And turn to your right and stand at the top of your mat like this. Yeah. Okay. And then turn, so carrots go the other direction. Yes, over there. Yeah. Okay. And then inhale, take your hands above your head. Exhale and fold, hands to the floor or your shins. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, step both your legs back. Go to chaturanga or go all the way down. If you're going down, go to upward dog and go to downward dog. Stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go to child's pose, please. Go to child's pose again. And just rest in child's pose. If child's pose is challenging for any reason, knees are not okay, then just lie down on your back, please. Just take your hands back, relax. Chloe, take your hips to your heels. So go back more. Go back more. Yes, keep going. Yes. Now release your head to the floor. Take your hands back. Yeah. That's it. So on the physical level, the joints are all, the physical body is made up of several different moving parts within, including all the different joints and how they move against each other, the muscles, the tendons, the nerves, all of it. There's a lot of different moving parts that are part of the whole of the physical body. And they're all connected. They're all intricately connected. And usually directed by the mind or the heart, by the intellect or the intention. And they all come together through the action of the willpower to achieve movement or to achieve synchronization, coordination, all of it. So in yoga too, that was a very gross physical example of the one and the parts that add up to make the one, and how everything is connected. So we have that within ourselves. On a larger level, of course, as individual human beings, we are also connected. We are also part of a bigger consciousness, a bigger reality. And we, as a whole, each individual is a moving part in a bigger picture. In terms of diversity within oneness. We are also intricately connected with each other, as we can see in the situation that we find ourselves in now, how something that happens in one part of the world, in a small area, can affect pretty much the entire human race. So not only from this kind of situation, which is a little more, how shall I say, challenging, not only in this kind of situation are we made to become aware of the connection that we have, but otherwise too, in every way, in every positive way that we don't usually think of, we are intricately connected, and we are all part of the bigger consciousness, just like what Kerrit said in the beginning, that when you make, I think it was menorah, right, Kerrit? Yeah, that when you make that out of a bigger piece of gold, but we are all made out of a bigger piece of gold, and we're all within that. We're all connected within that. And in yoga, that's a very integral part of the philosophy of the thinking in yoga as well. Smaller parts, all being the bigger part constituting smaller parts that are all intricately connected. Okay, and come up to tabletop again, please. Come up to your hands and knees, and go to downward dog from there. And come to plank position. Go to plank position from there, and then go all the way down to the floor. Go all the way down, yes. Keep your hands where they are as you came down from plank. And ground your pubic bone and navel to the floor. Lift your legs up behind you, lift your chest up. Yeah, straight legs up. Don't bend your knees, legs straight and lift above the knees. Keep your legs straight, lift above the knees off the floor. And keep your legs straight and lift above the knees. Yes. Lift your chest up, look forward. Chloe, lift your chest up, look forward. Chloe, lift your chest. Yeah, come on. Yes, look forward. Correct. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, please. Release your hands behind. Straighten your arms behind you. Turn your head to one direction and just rest there. Just relax there. So let's see if you can, Daphna and Katya, can you adjust your camera again so we can see you? See you? Yeah. So slightly lower this time. Yeah. Oh, you're on the table. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, and then go back to where you were, lying down on your belly.
Sorry.
That's good, Katya. Thank you. Okay, and take your hands back if you don't already have it. Have them back. And bring your forehead to the floor again. Grounding your pubic bone and navel to the floor. Lift your legs straight up behind you. Lift your chest up behind, chest up, yeah. In front, look forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, please. Turn your head to the other direction. Rest on your cheek. Slowly drop your head to the floor. Yeah. Turn your head to one side. Yes. Relax on the side of your head. And just relax there. Allow the breath to release. And in the human body, of course, it's on the, we spoke about the physical level and the joints being part of the physical body. But on the next level, it's the human being itself is made out of different layers or different parts. One is the physical body, the other is the breath. And corresponding to the breath is the mind and your thoughts. And then the energy body, which includes your emotions as well, and the intuitive body as well, which is of course the higher intellect and the intuition, and then also beyond all of those layers, the spiritual body where the soul resides. So even within our own human makeup is the different layers of the physical, mental, energetic, intuitive, and spiritual. And all of those, in yoga, we actually try to access all these different layers, work with them, and make them work as one unit. In the beginning, all of these different aspects of the being can be very disconnected. You may be aware of your physical body, but you may not be aware of your intuitive body. You may be aware of your breath, but you may not be aware of the spiritual body. So in yoga, we work on all the different layers and we try to bring them together in the practice and in the intention as well. Okay, so turn over, please. Lie down on your back. Lie down on your back and bend your knees and bring your feet in towards your hips, in line with your hips. Yeah. On the floor, feet on the floor. Yeah. Feet hip distance apart and heels close to the hips. Take your toes in slightly, heels out slightly, and grip the sides of the mat with your hands. So hold the sides of the mat. Yes, like that. Now we're going to open the front body a little bit, the front of the legs and the front of the hips and abdomen in bridge pose. So on your inhalation, lift your hips off the floor. Take your hips, pelvis to the ceiling. Yes. Exhale, release your hips. Yeah. Do that a few more times. Continue. Inhale. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop. Continue. Continue on your own. 3, 4, and you can feel the front body opening, the front of the legs opening, the front of the pelvis opening, and the abdomen as well. So you're opening all these areas. Inhale. Now on the 5th one, stay up, stay there. Lift the hips up, and then roll your shoulders under. Try to roll the shoulders under to bring the sternum, the chest towards the chin. Lift the hips up, Chloe. Lift the hips up. Yeah. Chest towards the chin. Yes. You can continue to grip the mat first. You're going to do 3 of them. So yeah, use the first one just with gripping the mat, and then release your hips slowly to the floor. Okay. And now relax your breath. Relax your throat, face, and eyes so the emotional body releases. And now for the second one, lift the hips up again off the floor and interlock your fingers under your hips. Now, when you interlock your fingers, you can roll your shoulders in a little bit more. Roll your shoulders in, straighten your elbows, and take your chest towards your chin. So you have to use the back of the legs and your glutes to push the hips up towards the ceiling, roll the shoulders under, and take your chest towards your chin. So there's some action there. And once you apply the action, try to suggest for the front of the legs to relax, the front of the thighs, the pelvis, and the abdomen to relax. Okay, and then release, please. Release again. Relax your breath again, relax your actions.
Can I use the bathroom quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. And then once again, bring your feet in. So I noticed that Daphne, take your feet in a little more towards your hips. Bring your heels towards your hips. That way, yes, correct. The third one, you can repeat any of the previous hand variations. Some of you may be a little more open to hold your ankles and lift your hips up. So either way, you can either, depends how open you are in the spine. So work sensitively. Use your discretion to take the variation that's appropriate for you. Okay, so lift your hips and either grip the sides of the mat or interlock your fingers under your hips, or if you're more open, hold your ankles and lift your hips up. Yeah. Stay there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, please. Relax and hug your knees into your chest. Hug your knees in and just release the low back here. You can, in any way that is appropriate for you. You can circle your knees. You can bring the knees in and out. You can rock from side to side. Any movement to just release the low back there. And then we're going to go into a reclining twist from there. So release your feet to the floor again, like you had it. Yeah, and then lift and move your hips slightly to the right. Just lift your hips, move them to the right. Yes, now straighten the left leg along the floor. Yes, take the right knee into your chest. Right knee into the chest. Using your left hand, take the right knee to your left. Using your left hand, drop the knee to the left. So Chloe, just the left hand, not both your hands. Just the left hand, yeah. And take the right hand to the side, to the right side, in line with your shoulder. So drop the left knee to the left on the floor, Chloe. Drop it to the floor. Yeah, okay. And unwind the spine. Daphne, take your right hand up more towards your shoulder. Right palm in line with your shoulder. Straight hand. Straight right hand, like this. Bring it up, yes, like that. Yeah. So you too, take the right hand this way. Take the right hand this way. Unwind your spine. Use your breath. And use the suggestion of your mind to relax any area that is tight. Okay, and then release, please. Come back to center. And bend your knees, place your feet on the floor again. And lift and move your hips to the left. Straighten the right leg along the floor. So Katya, bend the left knee.
It's just because the dog is sitting there.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then using your right hand, take the left knee to the right.
Okay.
Left knee to the right. Yes. And going into the twist. Extend your left hand in line with your shoulder along the floor. Yeah. And unwind your spine. Use your breath and the suggestion of your mind to relax the spine and unwind it. Okay, and come back to center, please. Come back to center. And bend your knees again, feet on the floor. Let's see, which side are we? This side. Okay. This time, you're going to lift your right leg up and place the right ankle below the left knee, just like you did in the standing posture, but same position of the ankle. And interlock your fingers behind your left thigh and lift the left foot off the floor, bring the left knee towards your chest, and with your right elbow, push the right knee out and stay there. Once you apply the action, you'll notice that the right hip is probably a little tight, the outer right hip. So suggest with your mind to relax the outer right hip, relax any area that you feel is tight. Suggest with your mind to relax. 2, and just stay there. Relax the left knee, relax the left foot. 3, 4. Slowly interlock your fingers behind your left thigh. See? Take your hands like this and then interlock. Interlock your fingers behind your left thigh. Okay. And release, please. Okay. And let's go to the other side. Place the left ankle just below the right knee. Lift the right foot off the floor. Take both your hands, interlock your fingers behind the right thigh. Relax the right knee and the right foot. Let it drop. And then pull the right knee in and push your left knee out with the left elbow. Once you apply the actions in the posture, then you will access areas that are tight. And here, you will probably feel the left outer hip and the outer leg being tight. So hold the action, and then with your mind and your breath, suggest for the outer hip and the outer leg to relax. In the postures, we work on the different parts, opening the different parts of the body. One by one, in every posture, you open a different part. And by doing so, you contribute to a sense of more opening and relaxation to the entire physical body. When the physical body is more open and relaxed, the mental body also feels a little more open and relaxed, the mind as well. That's one of the main reasons of the physical practice, is to open the different parts of the body so the mind can relax. Okay, and then release, please. Okay, and stay there. Lie down. Stay there.
Amit, I'm gonna just hold on just a second.
Uh-huh. You,
Okay. I just
Hold with your feet.
I just muted everyone except for you.
okay.
Okay.
And just lie down there. Join the soles of your feet. Your knees will go out. Stay there. Okay, did you want to share anything now, or you're only doing later?
Now it's great.
Okay, good. So Chloe, you can join your feet. See, look how the others are doing it. Yeah, and the knees go out. Join the soles of your feet. So let them touch. You see how Katya is doing it? You can see the soles of the feet. And your knees go out. Yeah, see Daphna showing you. Yeah, that's it. Good.
So as we've joined together this morning, even though we've been in our separate places, we have experienced the midah, the value of kesher, of our innate inner and sacred impulse to perceive and make manifest the unity underlying the disparate elements of life. This connects us to a fundamental oneness, and it can be felt within and among us. So as we rest in this pose, allowing the breath to move through us, letting that breath infuse each part of our bodies with that light that we spoke about earlier, the light of the menorah. We can each be a source of light for ourselves and for one another. As you rest in this pose, I'm going to share with you a poem by Jane Hirschfield. There are names for what binds us: strong forces, weak forces. Look around you, you can see them. The skin that forms in a half-empty cup, nails rusting into the places they join, joints dovetailed on their own weight. The way things stay so solidly whenever they've been set down. And gravity, scientists say, is weak. And see how the flesh grows back across a wound with great vehemence, more strong than the simple, untested surface before. There's a name for it on horses when it comes back darker and raised. Proud flesh. As all flesh is proud of its wounds, wears them as honors given out after battle, small triumphs pinned to the chest. And when two people have loved each other, see how it is like a scar between their bodies, stronger, darker, and proud. How the black cord makes them a single fabric that nothing can tear or mend.
Thank you, Karen. Thanks for that. Okay, and then relax, release your feet, bring your knees together, and roll over to your side, please, and come up to a seated posture. You can face the camera, even if the mat is that way, it's fine. Let your feet be on the floor, that's fine. And you're going to, I'll just show you this way, because straighten your legs in front of you. Yeah. Unless you want to replicate me. Okay, then if you want to replicate, then turn to your left. Turn to your left. So carry it the other direction. Yes. Okay. And move the flesh from under your buttocks. Place your hands next to your hips on the floor. And so slowly take your hands forward slightly. So they're in line with your hips. Yeah, correct. Now pushing down on the floor with your hands, lift your chest up and take your shoulders back. Now if your hamstrings are tight, I can't see, but I'm guessing that maybe, Joe, your hamstrings are tight a little bit, right? From what I remember. Then maybe it's better for you to sit on a bolster or a blanket like this and do it like that, yeah? If you have that. So if anybody, your hamstrings are tight, use a prop to help you with that, okay? And then pushing down, lift your chest up, flex your feet. So this is point with the feet and this is flex. So flex your feet and activate your thighs, okay? Stay here for a few breaths. 2, 3, lift your chest up. And if you can see, my spine is kind of straight with my hips, right? So try to come towards that. Even if you don't have that, try to bring your torso perpendicular with your hips like that, yeah? Okay. Now, once you have that, interlock your fingers in front, take your shoulders back, and straighten your arms above your head like this. And here, lengthen your spine up as much as you can with the action of your arms. Okay. Now, if anyone has low back problems, then just be careful as you fold. Yeah, be careful. Don't try to fold too much. Those of you who are a little more okay with the low back and your hamstrings a little more open, release the interlock. Look up, and then relax your thighs and fold to either hold your shins or anywhere that's comfortable for you. If you can reach your toes, then hold that. Otherwise, back off a little bit. Make sure that you're not feeling any kind of especially any kind of a sharp pain in the low back. So you can hold this way, or if you're more open, hold this way, and then don't fold forward yet. Instead, look up a bit and lengthen the sternum forward. So come to a flat back like this. Yeah. And just stay there. Okay. So even if you have a low back problem, if you work in this stage, it's good. Just so I think, Daphna, for you, maybe bend your knees a little bit. Bend your knees, Daphna. Yeah. Bend your knees like this. Yeah. And hold your shins. Yeah. And pull your legs and lift your chest up like that. Yes. Do that. Yeah. Yeah. So at least you get some length in the spine, and that will release the low back. Okay, and then come out of it, please. Everyone, come out, interlock your fingers again. Take your hands above your head. Lengthen the spine again to release any tension in the low back, release any compression in the low back. Those of you who have low back problems, this action, whether you're standing or seated, like this, to just lengthen the spine up, will provide a lot of relief to the low back. You know, you can do it through the day. And release your hands, please. Okay. Next one, you're going to take your legs apart like this, so you can move your right leg out like this. And it's a similar actions to what we just did. So Daphna, if you can move the right leg out, can you? And maybe it's better you sit on something, because I can see your back is rounded like that. It's better that you sit on a prop. Yeah. Yeah, and just take your right leg out, with both legs out like that. If you want to face the camera, you could, you know, if that's better, probably better. Yeah. Otherwise, your head will be turned one direction. So face the camera, maybe move to so that you're facing the camera. Okay. And then place your hands next to your hips on the floor. Relax your feet first. Push down with your hands and lift your sternum up. Lift your chest up. Take your shoulders back. And then if this is okay for you, then begin to flex the feet, take the toes in, and activate your thighs. Lift your chest up and stay here. 1, 2, 3. Try to find length in your spine from the action of your arms and lifting your sternum up. 4 and 5. Release it, please. Relax, release. And like you did lying down, bend your knees, join the soles of your feet like this, in Baddha Konasana. And using your hands, pull your heels in towards your hips. Yeah. Okay. That's maybe better for you to turn this way, yeah? Just so you can face the camera. You want, yeah, that's better. Okay. And then you're just going to flap the wings of the butterfly, as they say. So the knees go up and down like this to release the grinds. So do that a few times. Just opening the, as I said earlier, every posture will open a different part of the body. The separate parts, we work on each of them so that the whole feels better and you bring a little more health. That's where the term holistic also comes from, where it's you treat the entire body and the soul and the mind together as one entity. You treat it as one entity and you work on the different parts to create a better sense of being, you know, on a whole level, on the one level. So, okay. So we are working on the grinds here. Now place your hands on the legs like this, if you can reach it, or just like this, that's fine too. You're going to push down with your hands and push up with your legs. Do that for a few breaths. 1, 2, pushing down with the hands, push up with the legs. 3, 4, 5. Now release and again flap the wings of the butterfly. Okay, and then place your hands next to your hips on the floor with your fingers pointed forward. Try not to lean back. And then pushing down with your hands, lift your chest up, straighten your elbows if you can. Lift the chest up as much as you can, and then press the center of your heels, the outer edges of your feet. Relax your groins and try to take your knees closer to the floor. On the inhale, push down with your hands, lift your chest up. On the exhale, relax your groins, press your heels and the outer edges, and take your feet, knees towards the floor. 3. And you'll feel, of course, you'll feel the challenge in the grinds if they're tight. That's the whole point. So the action will access the tightness. Use your breath and your mind to suggest for that area to relax. 3, 4, and 5. Release, please. Bring your knees together. And you can now tap your knees like this to relax your grinds. That will help to release the grinds. Okay, and release. Now, I don't have to see you for this next posture, but if you have a wall somewhere, of course you have a wall. So take your legs up the wall and back on the floor, legs up the wall. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I mean. You sit close to the wall. Take your legs up the wall. Hips, if possible, take them close to the wall and just stay here, okay? I don't have to see you, so don't worry about adjusting the computer or anything like that. You can just do it on your own and come back in about 2 minutes. And just relax there. If your heels are touching the wall, you can also flex your feet, joining the inner edges of your feet. Flex your feet, that'll activate your legs a little bit. So Katya, join your big toes, let them touch. Yeah, and then flex your feet. And then relax that action even. Just relax there, let it go. Yes. And this works the circulatory system because the legs are higher than the heart, and you'll get the benefit of an inversion. This is the alternate posture for a headstand. Headstand is the classic inversion in yoga, but you'll get many of the benefits that you receive from headstand in this posture. Just stay there for a little bit longer. Okay, and then bend your knees, gently roll over to your side, and make your way back to your mat and lie down in Shavasana, the final resting posture. Make sure that the low back is long along the floor and that your shoulders are tucked under, palms facing up, back of the head is, neck is long, and close your eyes. Just stay there. Observe your breath as your breath finds its way to its natural state of relaxation. And staying connected with your awareness, suggest for your throat to relax. You don't have to look at the camera. Suggest for the top, sides, and back of your head, your scalp, to release. Relax the skin on your forehead, eyebrow center, and your eyebrows. Spreading your awareness across the backs of your eyes, suggest for the backs of your eyes to rest into the eye sockets. Relax the sides of your nose and your cheeks. And release your jaw. Release your tongue to rest on the lower palate. Teeth apart slightly, lips touching lightly. Relax your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And release your spine from the base of your skull all the way down to your sacrum. Release the spine down towards the floor. Rest your hips, knees, and ankles. And release your entire back body from the back of your heels all the way to the back of your head. Release the entire back body into the earth. And connect with the sensation of being held, supported, and embraced by the earth, by Mother Nature. And just become aware of the connection that you feel with nature. You're all part of nature here. Intricately connected with each other and together connected to the whole of nature. We're all but part of nature. Just as other animals, trees, the seas and the oceans, mountains, rivers, stars, planets, all part of nature, all part of the universe. You just get a sense of what that means for you, or what that feels like for you. Okay, and then gently coming back to your breath by taking a deeper inhalation and exhalation. And coming back to your physical body by moving your fingers and toes. Give yourself an overhead stretch with your arms, stretch your legs. And bend your knees, roll over to your side, please, and make your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Garrett. Stay relaxed and calm and safe. Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Amit, thank you so much for
You're
sharing
welcome. Thank
beautiful practice with us. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please check in on the Unison website. There are a lot of activities for you to connect to virtually. And we're also a part of a collaboration with a number of synagogues throughout Los Angeles. And actually, I think it's grown even outside of the Los Angeles area, offering online activities for people. You can go to a website called Do It at Home, and doitathome.com, and find activities from all of these synagogues. We've formed a coalition together to make sure that people have meaningful activities to stay involved in and to help to continue to feel that kasher, to feel that connection with everyone. So Shabbat Shalom, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.